What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemon, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is 18.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just hanging out here in the Beachview neighborhood. The taco stand is all turned in for the night and tucked in so we can do some mayhem and won't bother anybody. With me, first of all, from the Just Pro Wrestling News Center, it is one Mainstream Matt.
Good evening, Sorgatron. You know what? I just gotta raise a can to another great week in the wildest pro wrestling timeline. Eat your hearts out, parallel universes. No one's got it better than us.
That's right. That's right. So a lot of fun stuff going on here. Sorry, setting up stuff real quick as we leave it on you taking a drink here. Anyways,
you got to pay for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight I am drinking the Great Lakes Burning River Pale Ale. Going a little classy. We threw a big party over the weekend. This has nothing to do with wrestling. We threw a big birthday party.
You say the biggest party of the summer for you?
It was the biggest party of the summer. It was my dad's birthday party. Big milestone. I won't give it away because if I give away his age, I'm giving away mine.
Uh-oh.
But there was a lot of beer, and there was a lot of beer left over, and all of it found its way to my house.
Oh, you're
so
like...
look forward to many, many great pro wrestling news updates coming.
So you're like me here at the studio. That just a beer full fridge.
Yeah,
my fridge full of beer.
Fridge is bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting stuff organized. Fortunately, my brother-in-law is a super beer snob, and he's gonna help me sort things out later this week. So I can offload some of this stuff. But if anybody needs any beer, the DMs are open. Come on, get at me right now. So let's go.
And similarly, if anybody wants to help me with this meat and cheese plate, I could use some help here in the studio. So I might put that out tomorrow night for our guests, because we will have Chase. I did mention Chase Gold to Warhorse on Saturday night. That's the first time I've talked to Warhorse. He was very excited when I brought his name up. So
no doubt he spoke to you in all caps.
He basically does, but it really, so the Chase Gold saying really fits his style, doesn't it? No, I got to see him and Beastman in a match, and afterwards they tried on each other's ring gear. Now for Beastman, that's the big bear thing that he wears over his head, and for Warhorse, he's got the jacket. So and Warhorse is significantly smaller than Beastman. Just put it that way. But yeah, that was interesting. So, but anyways,
wait a second. So you were in Chicago?
I was in Chicago. Yeah, I was in Chicago. What about it?
Did you see anything cool in Chicago?
Did I see anything cool in Chicago? Oh, gee, I don't know if I saw anything cool in Chicago. If you're on audio, none of this makes sense.
They don't
right
sell
now.
those in the strip. By the way.
No, they do not sell those in the. You say the strip?
The strip, yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing the CM Punk I Was There T-shirt. I waited. The last of the 3 major merch stands still had shirts, only XLs. They went through and told people that they were basically out of shirts, and half of the line went away. We stuck around because we saw a couple hanging, and I was like, okay. All right, we're getting some. Rob got 3 XLs, and I'm like, I'm a 2XL, so it's. But this is a nice fitting XL for me, apparently, or I've lost weight and wasn't aware of it. Or at least form wise. So yeah, I think it's my first CM Punk shirt, other than a Top Row Tees one that you didn't get any credit for. Yeah, I was there for
it's such an iconic look. That
it
t-shirt.
Is.
That
it
ringer
is.
tee will always the black on white ringer tee will always scream CM Punk from now until the end of time. That is the look. That is like trying to wear a yellow, torn apart tank top. That's Hogan. With the black on white ringer tee, that's Punk. That's it. Right?
Absolutely. No, it was a blast. No, we were there for Warrior Wrestling on Saturday night. It was live on Fight pay-per-view, so recommend it. It was a very, very good show. We'll talk about that in a moment. But no, we were there. We were we sat on Matt, you were there. We were sitting there at Permanis, and I was looking at things. I was like, wait, that's the day before we're there. I'm like, Rob, you want to just go to the show? And he's like, yeah, why not? I was like, okay. So got there literally we walked in. We're looking at I think we just walked in, looked at the merch table, and then we saw up on the TVs the first dark match was happening. Mm-hmm. That's how close we were to the beginning of the show from our traveling and me booking the hotel by the wrong arena and then having to Uber in. So
how long was that? Was that an hour-long Uber?
Yeah, it was an hour-long Uber. It was it was only 30 minutes going back without traffic. Yeah. So but it negated all of the discounts I got on my hotel. So yeah, there's that. So hey, just put a heads up, if you guys are here on video, I am noticing there is a little sketching. We installed some new hardware that we're and of course we always experiment with our Monday and Tuesday shows. So if something stops working, it's usually on these, and so we're not doing it while we're on Fight. So if anything gets weird,
people think that
I don't know.
Do this to put on a very classy and well-produced pro wrestling podcast. We actually do this just to test drive the gear for the more important gigs down the line.
That is what it becomes. It's absolutely what it becomes. I know I do half of this stuff, to be able to pull off hold on a second. Hold on.
I'm just a crash test dummy here.
Just sit right there for a minute.
Riding along.
Just sit right there for a minute, production guy.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to try this. This is taking a big chance, but we're going to try it anyways. I believe Mad Mike has entered the chat.
Yes, Mad Mike is here.
Man, Mike is here. There he is.
Mike is here.
Well, I was just gonna show you. So we, this. I would usually say this is the hardest thing we do because I'm producing the show. I have a board in front of me. I'm switching things. I have multiple computers in front of me, and then I was introduced to a truck sheet for Warrior Wrestling last month, and this is what we use now. And man, this is a lot. This is a lot. So get me to the matches, and I'm good. No, not that this isn't bad, but like this is my second time doing it, so I'm getting really good at it. I only messed up when I started getting inventive. Also, I messed up Switchblade's title because I didn't realize it was too big for the titler. But anyways, but other than that, like we had a lot of fun with it, and it was a really fun show. We had to move off of the field because there was threats of thunderstorms. I imagined it thunderstorm while we were in there. I didn't see any blinking or anything, thankfully, because I didn't need another show where the power went out on me. No, it was a blast. But yeah, again, we got there Friday night. We went to, we ended up getting to the proper arena. It was the one in between the arena they were at and the arena they were going to be. So I didn't even pick like
all the United Center.
Yeah, it's a United Center. I thought it was the Allstate, and because I think
miss it. It's got the statue of Jordan outside.
I missed the statue of Jordan. Apparently, I guess.
I asked you one thing. Sorg.
I would listen. I was an 8-hour drive. Rolling through Chicago traffic to realize when I got to the hotel I'm in the wrong place for the thing, and that I had another hour the way we came.
Oh boy!
So I'm like, screw it. I don't care how much the Super is going to be. Where I can't do this anymore. I was on the road from 8 a.m. and we got in about 5:30 local. So I guess that's 6:30 here. So yeah, I was literally on the road all day. We stopped for lunch and that was it. So because I'm like, I'm not missing this. But anyways, no, we got to get there, and again, like it was huge. I mean, this place is, it's bigger. I think it's bigger, definitely bigger than PPG here in town in Pittsburgh, and to go from like the 5,000-6,000 that we saw for the 2 nights here in Pittsburgh at the Pete to like a 15,000. There was 2 things that I noticed. First of all, I'm like, there's not a palpable vibe like there was at the Pittsburgh shows. I don't know, it's because since I got there like right when it started, so I didn't have that kind of lingering about and seeing the fans like before we go in or anything like that to kind of catch that. But like during the show, it didn't feel as hot during dark, and I'm just like, well, is it the vibe? Is it the size? I'm leaning towards it's the size of the venue, and that just plays differently, right?
Yeah.
And then any doubts I have, of course, were put away when he came out and showed off his shirt, and everybody's freaking out, and so
wait, who came out, Sorg?
I don't know, some guy came out on Friday night and was like, hey guys, Britt Baker's awesome, and we're like, we know strange thin guy.
We know creepy thin man.
We know creepy thin man. What tells something new? And then he challenged Darby Allin, and then told everybody there's a new T-shirt in half. Here's what. So well, I just told before you got on, Mike, how we got our shirts and how crazy that was. So like I said, there's people that as soon as they showed the back of that shirt, they got out of their seat and left.
I believe it.
And then, like, his promo ends, a guy comes back that's sitting in front of me. And I'm like in the 200s, and they're like 300. Like there's 2 more levels above us. Right by production, by the way. Like it looked like it was the light guys that were right. Like I'm right on the end of the seat, and they're right beside me. I thought I was picking an end seat when I got that. Spanish commentary was like on the level, like going through them and down some steps where the Spanish, like I could just see them, and like the Lucha Bros came out for something on Dark there. So spoiler for Dark, sorry. So the guy comes back. He's like, "There's already a line around."
Spoiler for Dark.
Yeah.
No one
there's
cares.
already. There's already. It's my favorite WWF Superstar show. Anyways, he's like, "There's already a line like all the way around the arena." For this thing.
And not for nothing. Like it's great you guys got ice cream.
And we got ice cream. Wait a minute.
I
got 2 ice creams.
Wait. The chat room is screaming about the ice cream.
What? Okay.
That's all they care about.
He
What do you want to
should
know
have
about the
given
ice
all
cream?
y'all free shirts.
I don't know. Listen.
He should have
Whoa.
given you free
Man
shirts.
wasn't generous enough.
So I
Sorg.
got some insight on that. First of all, I saw the story today. CM Punk directly paid for these ice creams.
No, I know.
All right. So
aware of that.
first of all, there's that. Second of all,
He
the
should have
order
stuck with the
order
shirts
for
then.
that night was so big and so low, like low notice that somebody told me that like Pro Wrestling Tees had to outsource the shirts.
I told you that.
You told me that. When did I have a conversation with you?
Well, no, like I told you I couldn't get on there, and they kept crashing.
No. Somebody told me that the shirts that they had for that night, they had to outsource because of the short order, big order
Okay, yeah, that
that they
makes
had.
sense.
So no, I'm not even talking about that. Pro Wrestling Tees is just probably dealing with that. But I'm talking the special shirts that we got.
Okay.
But so that was interesting because there's Pro Wrestling Tees people like all over the Warrior shows. So I'm just hearing things and and everybody walks in with a Pro Wrestling Tees box and it's just like they're just like the takeover in that town. So I didn't get a chance. I didn't get time this time. I think I'm going back in October. And Mike, we need to talk about that too. So what's the next day? So but I just got to figure out. It's nothing you have to worry about. It's the stuff I got to worry about. Other than like figuring out airports. But anyways, so
I told you, Jersey.
Travel agent.
what's
Jersey.
that? Jersey?
Jersey.
How close
Newark.
are you to Jersey? Anyway, forget it.
Newark.
Anyways,
Newark.
Newark. Okay. I'll look those up. But
Yeah.
anyways, I got a month and a half to figure it out. 2 months to
Yes.
figure it out. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, so we're like in line, like, and I like Rob's in line. I scoped around everything else to make sure and see what the shirt situation was. I saw the ice creams. I was like, oh, I should go grab some ice creams before like they go out, right? Because I didn't know. And so I got one. I'm like, can I get one for my friend in line? And they're like swap out with him and have him come over. I'm like, okay. So he went and got his. So we're standing in line, and then they start coming by and just handing out more ice cream bars. So, and even I turned down a third ice cream bar because I'm like, all I've had was ice cream and a Chicago dog from the concession stand, and I don't know what was on it. So I don't want to go.
I'm gonna say pickles.
And I got maybe an hour Uber coming up. So, did you see the picture? Like, it was like glowing.
Sorry,
it was
it's a Chicago
glowing.
dog. I know what Chicago
I don't.
dog
Is that a pickle? It was like a relish
Yeah.
situation. It was like
Yeah.
the pepper thing, but it wasn't a pepper thing. A tomato that I think like Podner thought was a lemon. I don't know. It was strange, and I don't know. Anyways, so
A traditional Chicago dog is an all beef hot dog,
and
and a poppy seed bun, top of mustard relish, chopped onion, tomato slices, a pickle spear, sport peppers, and celery.
So that was the $7.50 hot dog that we had.
Yes.
But so because I'm like, oh,
Frank
they got pizza.
Furter.
We did get deep dish pizza. We got White
No,
Castle.
you didn't. You got casserole.
We got.
That's not pizza.
Oh, hold on. It's like it's
The
delicious.
know-it-all New Yorker vibe coming from Mad Mike
whoa,
right
whoa,
now.
whoa, let's
It's
roll this back. Whoa,
overwhelming
because
at the
we do have a. I think I put a slice thing in the front of this show, right? Listen, I want to clarify. I enjoyed the deep dish pizza. But
Yeah,
every
that's
time,
a great
but anytime you hear me see deep dish pizza, please put pizza in quotation marks, okay?
Okay.
Does
Okay,
this,
all right, I
don't.
accept that.
We don't need to go right into the bashing.
I accept
we
that.
know,
That's fine.
we know it's bullshit.
It's a casserole.
We know it's bullshit,
Casserole.
but it is delicious, and I'm going to get one to bring home next time.
It's
Okay.
a meat, sauce, cheese, and bread casserole.
Yeah,
It looked
is.
It looked delicious.
It is. It was
ain't
great.
pizza.
It's confusing, but it's great. But anyways, so by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen some good shots of the. Wait, does that say Madagascar? Okay, what? Rich custard style ice cream infused with Madagascar vanilla bean dipped in our signature
Ooh, that's where the good
chocolate
vanilla comes
shell.
from.
This
Yes.
is, and it says at the top, printed on the bag, made in Chicago, 100% delicious, one cool treat. And it's actually, I believe the company is pretty cool. And these are all handmade, according to their tweets that I was seeing going on. And they're gluten free.
Quick aside.
Gluten
Quick
free.
aside, if I can interject
Yes,
here.
yes. Wait, was this about fertility? No,
This is
facility.
the thing
Sorry,
I
read that.
can't stop thinking about this. This is the thing I can't stop thinking about with the ice cream. Because, I mean, let's just put it this way, right? CM Punk returning on Friday night was the worst kept secret in wrestling.
Yeah,
By
of course.
design. We all just didn't want to say anything because, we're afraid we're going to jinx it. But with the ice cream thing, like this ice cream thing was in the works for weeks.
Yes.
Years.
So, like,
Years.
I heard.
Years.
No.
perhaps
I
perhaps longer
I
than
heard
that.
he legitimately talked to them years ago. Like
Wow.
it was a post he
Wow.
put out on social media. He had talked to them years ago for when he came back. That's what he wanted to do.
Right. So once that company started to make the ice cream, it was on. This ice cream company knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that CM Punk was returning on Friday night, and they said nothing.
Stephen Amell tweeted that he got to know CM Punk very well over the past couple months because he's in heels.
Yes.
And CM Punk said nothing. He said nothing. He's like, he completely kayfabed me.
Oh, I still love the hey, this movie's premiering and we're gonna be out at that. Please, everybody, come by on Friday night.
By the way, guys, I know we want to talk about CM Punk. I know we want to talk about Takeover, and I know we want to talk about SummerSlam. But speaking of movie trailer.
Spider-Man looks pretty good.
Movie trailer.
There you go.
Movie trailer.
Nice. But anyways, so
I know.
Right. All right, that's out there.
I'm sorry.
So, and I don't know if you've seen my tweets, but like even as we walked out, there was like they did every screen around the United Center had a takeover.
And a Coca-Cola sign.
And there's the one had a Coca-Cola sign above it.
Yeah,
I saw that tweet. I'm gonna see if I
corporate espionage.
Corporate espionage. But no, it was really cool. Like even just being in there and seeing like the graphics and everything, right? Like that was real cool.
Oh, I'm sure.
So like there's a little bit of shot of outside while we're waiting to figure out how the hell we're getting home. But yeah,
there were people who were driving by that night.
They're like, "What the hell?" My Uber driver had no idea who CM Punk was and why everybody was so excited. So I filled her in.
I know that story.
Yes.
But before we get into any sidebars, Sorg, you have to talk about like just the sound, the pop. You have to talk about. Like,
I've never heard anything like that. I've never heard anything like this. That was insane. Tony came out right before. We didn't get any Eddie Kingston chat spots until the end when him and Sting and
did Punk
Moxley
come out at the end?
What's that?
Did Punk come out at the end
No.
after the show?
No. It was just them.
I wasn't sure.
But Sting got on the mic, so that was nice. And he talked about like, I rappelled down in this building and stuff, and it's got a lot of memories, like that kind of stuff. It was really nice.
Okay,
cool. That was really cool.
Because I didn't know if he would have come out like for the fans, like a Darby Allin.
No. I think they did enough. And
but like after SummerSlam was off the air, Brock just went back and beat the hell out of John Cena.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After SummerSlam was off the air, Brock just beat the fuck out of John Cena. For the hell.
I have so many thoughts on that
That's
too.
why I was asking.
So I don't want to go deep on that kind of stuff, but because I feel like tomorrow's gonna be the thing for it. So Tony came out and he's like, "You guys ready?" And everybody's chanting CM Punk, and he's like, "This is gonna be a really historic night, guys." He's not saying it, but he's kind of acknowledging it, and everybody knows, and they're not hiding it. It's just like I love that the entire wrestling world.
It's the tension of not knowing 100%. Being at like
you don't know until it happens. You don't know if it's going to be a bullshit MJF thing. You don't know if it's going to be, maybe just Bryan Danielson for some random reason. Like it's just teed up so perfectly. And that speech, the chills, getting the wrestle chills now. Seeing that and like I gotta say, I wasn't chanting. Because when I'm in a moment that,
you just want to
I'm just sitting there and looking around. And that was nuts. I have never. We were talking about the last time WWE made me feel something, or however we said that.
Established that you're a fucking liar.
We said that in a dirty way. I don't know the last time WWE satisfied me. I think we said that was I've never had that sort of experience feeling in an arena wrestling show. Right? I've been to indie shows and there's been some great moments and things. But in that arena setting, nothing has that vibe. Nothing has that vibe that we had here in Pittsburgh. Nothing's had that vibe that we had there in Chicago. I've never experienced a Chicago arena show vibe. I want to go back for a show. Well, I don't care if it's AEW or WWE. I want to do it again. And you know, it's really cool. And then to be a part of that, and then that rolls into what we did at Warrior Wrestling the next day, which again we had Jay White with Sam Adonis, we had Evil Uno and Jason Hotch, who I got to chat with a whole bunch on Sunday at the premiere show in Cleveland. And he had a big weekend because he was on Dark. He had Evil Uno, and then he had a couple big matches there at premiere. And you know, it was like it was an unofficial extension of what happened Friday night when we were there Saturday for Warrior. Again, with so many AEW guys. Dante Martin was there. Brian Cage is there. You know, Warhorse, who's been on AEW, and then like a bunch of guys, of course, that were on the Dark the night before, right? So they're getting the pops like when Lee came out, right? Like it was like, oh wait, everybody knows this guy. Okay, this is good. You know, I got to see Brian Anthony, I think is his name. I keep forgetting it. I feel so bad because he's
the guy from NEW.
Is he from? Okay, he's the one that was. Doing,
oh yeah, Brian Anthony's been wrestling in NEW.
Yeah, he's the guy that was doing the stuff with Frank the Clown with Warrior, and he got a match and people got. And it was against Joey Janela, who he had the match with, where Janela jumped off of the goalpost. So it was a rematch. So it's kind of nice. But anyways, so yeah, it was really cool to be, you know, in the middle of that aftermath the next day. And everything. Thunder Rosa won the Warrior Women's Championship from Kylie Ray.
Excellent.
That was fun. And started the night too. Trey Miguel retained against Jake Something for the main belt. I believe Aramis. He's awesome. But let me tell you about Mr. Iguana. Have you seen Mr. Iguana?
I've not.
Matt, are you aware of the Iguana?
I'm aware of Mr. Iguana.
You are. So he comes over. And then they said this on commentary. So he comes over and they ask, so are you an iguana or you think you're iguana? And he's just like, no, I'm an iguana. And they're like, okay. And he has like an iguana puppet. Like you remember?
So he's Bobby.
You remember Bobby F. J-Town had the
turtle puppet? So he's Bobby.
It's one of those. Like it's the same style, it seems.
Excellent.
I hope he's listening. And he got involved in the match extensively. I don't know why they didn't throw the iguana out. So I don't know. But yeah.
Well, I mean, Sorg, how do you tell him to walk to the back?
Case in point. Got to see Jay Clemens again. It's good to see him again. Good to see that he survived the Gathering of the Juggalos. And I heard bad news from that one too. So the good vibes going out to Violent J. I understand he's undergoing some heart failure and dealing with that kind of thing. Good. So they're going to do one last tour. They're going to do. They said they're going to do monthly special shows and everything. So, yeah. So vibes out for that. Somebody's entertained me for near 30 years now, I guess. No, 25. No, yeah, I was late. So 99, about 20 some years. Anyways, so that was ridiculous. That was awesome. Confirmed. Dante Martin did help me with video production back in September.
Excellent.
That was confirmed. The random, as I like to call it, the videographer match game I get with Freelance Wrestling. I got to meet a wonderful young woman named Jen Doe.
In relation to Shirley Doe.
That's the first question I asked.
I knew
she has no idea, and I was like, "Listen, there's a Shirley Doe guy. He kind of looks like Rob Zombie kind of thing going on, and I want you to come to Pittsburgh, and we need to do something, okay? Like we got to do something." And I was like, "Tell me when your first match is," and I even talked to.
Sorg,
I even talked to a
special called Doe on Doe.
I've already pitched it to a certain promoter, so I'm just saying, it's in the world. I'm hoping this happens. It would make me so happy. Jen Doe Tattoo, if you want to check her. She was never held a camera before. She did amazing with everything. So I hope she wrestles as good as she shot camera for the first time. So, anyways, the freelance guys are all. Oh, did you see the Meltzer tweet about Warrior?
Sorg, I don't care about Meltzer.
I don't either, but he was really nice.
I'm actually blocked by him.
Okay, of course you are. There was a good tweet that came out because there was something that happened where like a fan was stuck at like the train station, and like he called out Warrior for like being a class promotion because somebody had sent, like, it turns out like the freelance trainees went to get the fan.
Oh, that's cool.
And everything. So it was
very cool.
They're always like super helpful. Like I'm starting like it's that point where like we're starting to know each other and stuff and talk to each other. So But no, it's always a really cool vibe
That's
out
very
there.
cool.
Principal Steve and all those guys that run that show are just awesome. And they were like the next section over at the CM Punk night. So it was just like I saw them take a picture from the Warrior account. I'm just like, are you in my section?
I saw you.
He goes like, yeah, I see you. I'm like, where the hell are you? He did it on the other side of the production, like also on the end on the other side, and we had like a straight line on each other. Like, how? Like, you're the only people in Chicago I know right now, right?
That aren't backstage.
And you're sitting right by me. What?
That aren't backstage.
That are not currently backstage. So, but anyways, that was fun. It's always the vibe. It's always wild to me to run into people I know in other cities when I'm traveling, and it was really, really cool. And then I also got to be around part of the Premier Wrestling last show and potentially last wrestling show. There's a question mark on this at Turner's Hall, the historic Turner's Hall. I did not realize, I've been there a few times now, I didn't realize that Johnny Gargano has his name on the ceiling. Because if you've seen footage, it's the one with the names on the ceiling. As I was having a conversation, Wardlow actually made a surprise appearance there, and I got to have a conversation with him. And I don't know if Matt, you got to see that yet, but he talked about the names. He's like, I always saw clips of these indie promotions with the place with the names on the ceiling, and I finally got to be here, and I was like, oh, this is the place with the names on the ceilings. Finally, like that was there. I don't know what we got. The Palisades, Matt. Like that's the only like classic wrestling place that people like are like, oh, that's the place where all this wrestling happened, that I'm aware of. That's like a venue or something of that level, I guess, right? So
yeah, we don't have like a super revered long time venue, especially on like the indie scale.
Yeah.
But a lot of the places are getting there.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, geez, you see the Stronghold. That's fun. We should do a Mayhem field trip down to the Stronghold sometime. I think you guys would like seeing it. Sorry, Mike. But yeah, when you're in town. When you're in town.
It's okay. I'm used to being left out, Sorg.
Sorry. Hey, you're the one that lives 8 hours away, man.
Hey, you're the one that lives 8 hours away.
We all live 8 hours away. What are you talking about?
So don't just pin it on me.
I got pizza recommendations from Tina. She's helping out from a country away. What are you talking about? So yeah, I think I got the one that she recommended. Please confirm.
Yeah, but that's not pizza.
Again. Pizza, quotations, pizza. I get
Sorg,
it. It's not.
It's a reflex.
I know it is. I know.
It's a reflex.
You're insanely defensive about pizza and people using utensils to eat pizza. I get it. It's just like in your blood or just your internal sauce.
No, I've had so much pizza, it's literally in my blood.
Also true.
Yes.
But so that was a bit of my Chicago trip. I'm sure some other stories will come out here, and we filmed some bonus stuff at least Sunday that I'm hoping to get out. Good chatting with Wardlow, good catching up with Raylan and Katie again, and I think the first time I had a conversation with Daniel Garcia too. He had a tremendous match with Andrew Palace on Sunday at Premiere. So look for that. That's going to be on like Pro Wrestling Library, and we'll probably get over on IndieWrestling.us as well eventually. But it was. I always attend Joe's last shows because I was at the last Prime Wrestling one, and that one ended with Johnny Gargano giving a speech and Jimmy Jacobs in the back yelling, "Shut the fuck up! We want to leave." So that was fun. That was fun. Yeah, so that was my weekend. Instead of watching SummerSlam, I did watch SummerSlam and TakeOver today. Then did a podcast, and then watched the rest of Elevation. And then I saw a picture of Raw and said, "Fuck it, I'm going to start watching." Sorry, I'm going to start watching Ring of Honor for Friday.
There's only one important thing that happened tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. Hey, Sorg, get the gift. Show the one important thing that happened on Raw. Get the gift.
No, I'm not even talking about Raw. Fuck Raw.
No. Show the gift. The one important thing that happened on Raw.
Hold on.
You have it, Sorg?
Oh, was it Melvin getting a new hat?
Oh, no, somebody else with a new hat.
Right there.
What the fuck is this?
Look at this man.
What the fuck? He's done. He's done, guys.
Quang.
He's done. Karrion Kross is going to get released in 2 months.
He
is done.
This is definitely a Mad Max outfit. He's even got the crazy spiky suspenders, which he wore the entire match.
Doesn't
this is like,
the helmet doesn't even fit him.
This is like
No.
this is Demolition 2021. It is just a matter of time before he joins up with Mason T-Bar, and we are off to the races.
Did they? What is this?
I don't know, Sorg.
I'm so upset with WWE. I've never been. I can't listen. Listen, it's been a roller coaster.
Let's not talk about WWE then. Let's talk about something that deserves our attention.
AEW Dark.
No,
yes,
no,
you're right.
no,
You're right,
Sorg,
Mike. You're right.
Sorg. We need to talk about it.
No, we have wrestling to talk about. There's a lot of things that happen.
He
here.
was a
we'll get
wrestler.
around to it. We'll
He
get,
had
we'll get-
Bonesaw for 3 minutes.
We'll get
3 minutes of playtime.
We'll get around to it. But anyways, 'cause I'm just. Remember
You're
last
just
week?
fucking with me at this point.
Remember last week you had that comment about your head exploding Suicide Squad style? I feel like that's what's about to happen if you don't get
Yes,
this out. Oh,
it
look at
is,
this. Oh my
Sorg.
God,
I'm shaking
you were literally
I'm
shaking.
the laptop.
You're shaking the internet. This is not okay.
I just wanted to see if it showed up on camera. Yeah, it did. That was pretty
Perfect.
cool.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
an interesting effect.
That was fun.
I'm scared.
Sorg, you don't understand how long I've been waiting
So,
for this.
anyways.
20 years, Sorg.
20 years.
That's when Tobey Maguire Spider-Man came out.
As long as I've been listening to ICP. But anyways, yeah. So is there? Well, tell me about Elias's hat. Maybe that'll make me feel better.
No, it just,
It was
has a
just
new
another
hat.
vignette. He was out there. He
has
had
a
the
new hat.
gravestone, and he found a hat. That's all I know.
Malibu Stacy has a new hat.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's
are we doing?
His beard seems fuller now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much movement on that. There wasn't really much movement on much of anything.
There actually,
no.
I'm going to say that there was a little bit of movement on some fronts tonight on Raw.
Oh, well, yes.
okay. But,
Yeah, I forgot about
I found
it.
his hat.
Okay.
I found
I
it.
mean,
Oh no.
Boone the Bounty Hunter is officially a
What
face.
the hell are you doing? What is
yeah,
happening?
well, he's got a hat.
How did that plant?
Malibu
don't-
Stacy has a new hat.
I don't know what he's doing. so
Why do you have a plant in front of your tombstone? I don't understand that either.
I don't know what's going
What
on.
is long live?
But you know what? It's better than him not being on TV.
What the
Everyone,
hell
you
is
know what? We
happening?
always used to complain. We don't get enough vignettes. Now we're getting vignettes.
We
Yeah,
are.
and it's better
We're gonna
than
take this.
who he was with before he was off TV.
Yeah.
This is nothing but an improvement.
Yeah,
right now.
I'm already. The plant has much more of a likable personality.
All right. let me see.
the second most likable plant I've ever seen on Raw, behind Mitch.
Give me a moment here, because I'm just looking at some stuff, and I
here
feel
we
like
go.
I can already sum up Raw. We had an extensive talking segment with Charlotte.
As always.
We had Elias finds a hat. Karrion Cross is getting murdered gimmick
He's
wise.
He-Man.
I see. We had our celebration of friendship with our K-Bro, which didn't
I mean,
end.
that was not really that eventful.
It wasn't
Really?
eventful at all.
Okay, so just things happened.
It just led to a match. Like,
Okay.
The Miz and Morrison broke
have
up.
split
No!
up. Have split up.
Oh.
Miz attacked him.
No, I
okay.
just saw it on the Twitter feed. Okay.
Miz turned even heelier.
Even
You
heelier.
got intense Miz face, which is
It's the
not
best kind
my-
of Miz face.
not my favorite Miz face, but necessary for this exercise, so we'll take it. Dewdrop and Eva Marie are officially done.
I forgot about
And-
that. Yes. I forgot
And
about that.
and the most shocking twist of all, Dewdrop is keeping the name.
Oh.
Womp
Anyway.
womp.
Womp womp. So anyway, yeah.
Who is
now
is this Logan
this
Paul?
is the part where it gets crazy. This is the part where Raw gets crazy. Towards the end, they start promoting matches for next week's Raw.
Oh no.
All right. Next week, Dewdrop versus Eva Marie.
I'm here for it.
Next week, The Miz versus John Morrison.
Yes.
And next week, Bobby Lashley versus Sheamus. Non-title, but they had a.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm here for Lashley and Sheamus.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
That-
Sheamus
that's
has been
gonna be
awesome.
really
This-
fun.
These two guys are top of their game right now.
And especially going into Extreme Rules. If that gets turned into an Extreme Rules match, yes and please.
Yeah, I mean, well, they had a tag match, Sorgi. It was Lashley and Sheamus versus McIntyre and Damian Priest, because Damian Priest came out first to get up in Bobby Lashley's face, and be like, hey,
I don't know.
ready. Let's rock.
This kid just
So,
says it all right here.
But Sheamus, I'm sorry, Lashley walked out on Sheamus during the match, so that's why they must fight next week.
Okay.
3 whole matches promoted for next week.
Hey, you know what? That's a step in the right direction, though.
A very welcome step in the right direction.
Yeah. And I have to say, there is one other major development over the weekend. Have you guys been following the saga of Dirty Shirty Corbin?
Oh, what happened now?
Matt, have you?
I haven't been able to follow everything. I don't know. Is he still in Vegas? The chat
I
room
need to.
thing-
Hold on. I'm doing.
Brandon
I'm doing
in
a
the chat
live-
room. Brandon in the chat room just said
Yes.
they left Corbin in Vegas.
Okay. All right.
But last
Oh,
time
no.
I checked, Corbin was up.
Hold on.
Up at the
All right.
casino, and
Okay,
he was doing good.
I'm about to tell you where we left off.
Mhm.
So Corbin has been posting videos. He posted a video after losing to Big E on the kickoff, and he was upset. He said he's probably going to leave wrestling. His wife left him. He has nothing else left to his name. And then Sarah Schreiber just left him mid-interview to go talk to Logan Paul and to Big E. And he was upset by that. But then he went to he was walking in the hotel in Vegas, and he's like, all I have left is $35 to my name, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do. And then another video, he turned $35 into $100.
Oh no!
And then he turned
Hold on a second.
$100.
Hold on a second, because the last picture I have is this beautiful
Oh,
thing.
no. Sorg, you're spoiling it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fucking. I'm telling you a story here.
Okay.
If you won't let me talk about Spider-Man, do the other gimmick.
Okay.
So Corbin turned $1,000 into getting a presidential suite, getting a brand new shirt, and getting a 42-day aged ribeye steak in Vegas.
Oh my god, yeah. There's like the thing about a smoker on here too. It's like, what?
Yep.
Wow, this is a turn.
Yeah, he's slowly coming back.
Like, I also I want to point out that his profile like header picture is him being swung midair.
Yes.
For some reason. So.
Must be a very special moment for him.
Oh jeez, WWE's so. You know what? The WWE's really good when I don't watch it.
No, WWE is good when they just let the talent be the talent.
Yeah, it's a nice idea.
This is true. When
nice
you let
idea.
the talent be the creative, things have a way of working themselves out.
Yeah.
When you dress Karrion Kross up like an extra from a Mad Max movie,
Yeah, it doesn't work out. All right, so Sorg.
Yeah, yes.
Can we talk about it now?
No. Because
Come
So there
on!
was AEW Dark Elevation tonight. Matt, did you watch?
Oh my God! Fucking really?
Well, I mean, this,
Sorg,
yeah, I
Sorg.
hashtagged it. We have to talk about it.
Sorg, if it were any other week, I would be like, you know what?
There's
Sorg,
so
forget
much.
Forget Elevation. Nothing really happened. But you know what? Tonight something did happen on Elevation.
It did.
Sorg, there is dissension in the Dark Order. It is rotting from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
They are fracturing before our eyes.
Gee, I wonder
don't
who's
even
going to
think-
bring it all together
I
and
don't
make them
even
follow the
think-
buzzards.
Sweet baby Colt Cabana can fix this, Sorgy.
No, Matt. If they're setting up dissension in the Dark Order, you know why. Because someone's going to make them follow the buzzards.
That's not necessary.
Are you
That's not
kidding me?
necessarily.
I guarantee it.
Really?
Are
Come
you,
on.
You're guaranteeing it?
I'm guaranteeing it.
Two bot bet? Two bot
Sure.
bet.
Sure.
Two-bot bet. I'm on.
Bet.
Done.
Like,
Done.
I don't like it. I don't think they need it. But if they're doing dissension in the Dark Order,
Guys,
by the
hold on.
time that dissension breaks through,
Guys,
90 days will be up.
I'll do you one better. It's not happening. But that's good.
Guys, I got to go back to Thailand and get more bots, but I don't think it's safe to do that right now.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sorg, this Spider-Man trailer.
Yes, there we go. There
Doctor-
we go.
I just want to say one thing after watching this Spider-Man trailer, and then I will let Mad Mike's head explode. Dr. Stephen Strange is a hack, all right?
He can save the
I have a
world, but
theory. I have
A hack.
theory.
A quack of the mystical arts.
Matt,
is Dr. Strange.
Matt,
Good.
Matt. just like what Sorg had in Chicago is not pizza, what we saw in that trailer is not the Sorcerer Supreme.
Scroll?
He did seem a little odd.
You think
That's what I, because I'm sorry, I've watched Doctor Strange fairly recently. I've seen the other Marvel movies with him in it countless times. The man doesn't wink.
You know my take.
The man does not wink.
You know my take on Marvel right now. Nothing you think matters anymore.
Everything matters.
Because with the multiverse situation, nothing is. So you got
Sorg,
scrolls, you got
Sorg.
multiverse.
Everything
nothing
that has ever
has
mattered
to make
matters.
sense. But it will, because there's this. It's gonna get like. I have a feeling
we got Howard the Duck teaming with Star T'Challa on What If.
we
Like,
did.
Everything matters.
Please,
at this
just more. Can we just? Weren't they supposed to do a Howard the Duck cartoon or something? I think it got.
They
canned.
still are.
Are they still doing it?
Yeah.
I loved MODOK. I loved MODOK. That was so much fun. That was
okay on
that
MODOK.
was
I was okay
fun.
on it.
That was fun, and I like that Robo Chicken Patton Oswalt, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It
it
got
was. We got a
a
little
little
what?
tiresome for me, but it was fine.
I
But
I
Sorg,
appreciate
the
it.
Spider-Man trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have all the Spider-Mans. We're gonna have all the villains. We're gonna have a Sinister Six from
Wait, what?
5 different movies.
Wait, what?
Sorg. Electro's gonna be it.
Okay. Oh
We
wait,
saw-
it's Jamie
We saw a
Foxx.
Goblin Bomb.
Isn't it Jamie Foxx?
Yes.
Okay.
We saw,
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have a Sinister Six from 5 different
Oh
movies.
man.
we saw Dr. Octopus,
Yes.
played
And-
by,
and he-
what's his name?
Alfred Molina. Fucking
Alfred
back
Molina.
again. Spiders. Why'd it have to be spiders? Ugh. And he looked at Tom Holland and he said, "Hello, Peter." Oh, and Doctor Strange knocked Peter Parker out of Spider-Man, which I'm sure is a whole thing that's going to be really weird and
Mhm.
great. But I don't think that was Stephen Strange. I don't think that was
Mhm.
Stephen Strange at all.
I think that was I need clarification from you on this.
No, I don't know
Do
who
you
it is
think
yet.
this
I don't
is
know who it is yet.
Is this a Doctor Strange variant, or is this entirely not Doctor Strange?
See, I hadn't considered variants. It could be a variant, but I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. I think it could either be someone corrupting Doctor Strange.
Mm.
It could be Mephisto.
Mm.
Could be Mephisto. I mean, he's
You've
a
dropped the
shapeshifter.
Mephisto
It could
theory
be.
like on 3 different movies by now.
What do
It
you
could be the Chameleon, who learned some arcane arts.
What if
It could be a whole bunch of people.
I was also thinking, what if Mysterio is not really kaput? What if
It
he's,
could very well be
still
Mysterio
alright?
as well.
Or you
hell.
could just import him from another timeline.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing could be a dream.
Damn it.
He's gonna,
Damn
Tom
it.
Holland's gonna wake up in his bed like Bob Newhart.
Like,
the end of the
who
movie.
shot JR?
Oh damn it. Oh damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're gonna get a Sinister Six. It's gonna be lovely. We're gonna get 3 Spider-Mans. We may even get more Spider-Mans. We may get a
Don't
Spider-Gwen.
over-imprint your expectations, Mike. So if you don't
Sorg,
get exactly
Sorg.
this, I mean, you could get a
Sorg.
version. I'm like,
Sorg,
they
it's
did
gonna
this
happen.
way. I don't know, man.
Sorg, it's gonna happen. I guarantee
just
this movie
go for
will
the
also
ride.
fold
And just be like, I
into the
know
Spider-Verse
it's
sequel.
gonna be a Spider-Man-a-thon. There's gonna be, I'm getting confused because we're also doing something similar with the Flash, and Michael Keaton's over
No,
there.
we're not.
And Michael Keaton's
No,
talking
we're
about
we're
being
not
being
doing something
Batman
similar
again.
with the Flash.
Well, we got Michael
No,
Keaton Batman,
Sorg.
and then we
Sorg.
got, but then he's also going to be in Morbius. So I'm getting Michael Keaton crossover thing happening
Yeah,
here. We're,
Sorg, we can
we're
get Morbius
crossing the
in this movie.
Keatons, and I just think everything's going to be Mr. Mom.
Sorg, we could get Morbius in this movie. We could get Venom in this movie.
Maybe.
We
Maybe.
could get anything. There are a lot of people already speculating that the guy who was in the police station with Peter Parker was Daredevil.
So we have Shang-Chi.
A lot of people already
We
speculating.
have Shang-Chi next weekend.
Shang-Chi, yes. No, 2 weeks.
Shang-Chi.
Weeks.
Not this
Shang-Chi.
weekend, but the weekend after.
Shang-Chi.
Like the first, like
Shang-Chi.
all out weekend is Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. September 3rd.
It would make
I need to
sense
stop
for them
before I get
to do
canceled.
the holiday weekend.
What's that?
Labor Day weekend.
It's Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Okay.
That's great.
So,
I if we don't get a full trailer with Shang-Chi, then I don't know what they're doing. I have a feeling we're
Right.
going to get a full trailer then.
of Spider-Man.
Because
makes
this
sense.
was just the teaser.
And we still have Eternals, and Eternals is what I'm excited for. To be honest, that's like I want to get to Eternals. Okay.
Okay.
Like Spider-Man's gonna
Okay.
be a nice little piece of cake at the end, but
Oh,
Eternals is gonna be a damn meal.
Spider-Man's going to be a diabetic coma. That's what that's
Right.
going to be.
Right. Right.
Spider-Man's.
Spider-Man.
All the Spider-Mans.
Spider-Man's.
And hell, we may even get Captain Carter somewhere down the line, live action,
Mhm.
from this time to March of next
Who
year
knows?
when Doctor Strange 2 comes out.
Who knows? Maybe she pops up as
As Captain
yeah.
Carter.
Yeah, it would be great if it's like everything that we see in What If we see somewhat like at least a flash of.
Sorg, I fully expect to see at least some of it. I fully expect it.
All right, so it'll be the zombies. Okay.
It might be. It might be.
Every time we get into zombies, like I just remember
Quantum Mania could be
How
Ant-Man and the
weird it
Wasp punching
was.
zombies in the face.
how weird it got and how Deadpool's head just kept going.
Mhm.
And it just really like it stuck with me in an unsettling way.
Yep.
Kind of like the baby zombie from the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Mhm.
Thank you, Zack Snyder. And anyways, that's that's gonna be that.
Sp-
We're gonna take the good
Spider-Mans.
stuff, so I don't have those nightmares tonight.
We're getting all the Spider-Man.
Okay. All right. So we're good.
All-
Did anything else
all
happen?
of this.
Star-Lord T'Challa.
Yeah.
Cha cha.
Great.
Cha
It was
cha.
great. Proving once again Peter Quill's a fucking moron.
I
Proving that, T'Challa basically best dude in the entire universe.
Yep.
Like just absolutely,
T'Challa,
unquestionably,
literally
Man,
a star.
I've
prince.
never
Yeah.
enjoyed
Literally a
jokes
star
about genocide so much.
absolute best guy, like turning everybody good.
Yeah,
amazing.
and I ship Cha Cha and Lady Nebula. By the way,
Yes.
come on,
Who doesn't?
jeez.
Who doesn't?
So it took me a minute to like. Oh, Nebula. Okay. So
Gotcha.
there's that.
Was it the blue skin that threw you off?
I know that. Yeah. Okay. Man, that and then like super jacked. I'm sure Benito del Toro really appreciated when he saw the mock-up of what he's going to look like in this one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. and again, that collector could show up in real life.
Yeah. We're just gonna.
Why the hell not?
We got jacked. Jacked collector. Just like we had jacked. Spoiler alert. Ryan Reynolds. It's on YouTube. It doesn't matter anymore. So. But either way, Shang-Chi. How are they saying it?
Shang-Chi.
I don't think I've heard it.
Shang-Chi.
It's something you've read for 20 years, and you're like nobody said it out loud to you.
Exactly.
So I have no idea. I've been doing it wrong the whole time. Just like Malevolent, I had wrong for so many years.
Male violent.
Yeah, because they would
Yeah.
use it. They would use it in WF magazine. They use it in a lot of comic books. I learned a lot of big words from WF magazine and Gorilla Monsoon. Anyways, anything else? I think that's it. I think that's good.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
it.
go watch the
Oh,
Spider-Man
wait.
trailer.
There you
18
go.
more times.
Again, you see that Daredevil spot you were talking about. I watched it on my
Yes.
phone, so I didn't see a big screen.
I'm going to watch it frame
I
by
got a lot
frame. I will be talking about it more tomorrow night. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Um,
I'm caught up. I'll be all over the internet because I'm not trying to avoid spoilers the entire weekend. Although I was too damn busy.
I'm actually not caught up.
I
Yet.
was-
I need to finish.
I was
Takeover.
too damn busy or behind a wheel that was barely on social media anyways for the weekend. So that kind of
Excellent.
worked out really well. And
Right.
then nobody was interested in what was happening in SummerSlam. So
We'll get there.
everybody was
Yeah.
too busy with
Yeah,
their own thing.
We'll tackle that nut
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow we will have Jasko.
Jasko!
And we will also you'll find out tomorrow, Mike. That's
Yes,
why
I
we do
will.
the show, so you will learn about these people,
Mhm.
and you'll know you've had a conversation with them when you see them on your TV sooner or later. And we I think we're gonna have some other special guests in studio, from what I understand as well. So,
Oh boy. Is it someone to talk about old Charles Montgomery Punk?
What?
I don't know.
No, that wasn't the booking
I didn't know.
decisions or anything like that. So I mean, you know, new hairstyles from SummerSlam. Who had new hairstyles?
Brock sporting the half an
Brock.
onion look.
Listen, so here's another thing was I was avoiding and Matt, when I'm trying to avoid spoilers for a show, I do this thing where I do not read your notes. I see where the ins and outs are and just kind of land on the sentences. So I had no context, and I was trying not to pay too much attention to your cover art as I was uploading it. But I did ask myself why Roman Reigns was face-to-face with the guy that got let go from Imperium.
Alexander Wolf. Whoa. Oh,
That's what it was.
Alexander Wolf,
That's what I thought it was. I thought, like, why is Alexander Wolf back and feuding with
also
Roman
saw
Reigns
him
in
as Super
SummerSlam?
Saiyan Dean Ambrose. I heard someone say that.
Dean Ambrose.
Now I feel bad that cover art was the one that I always thought I was going to dump every single spoiler I could think of. It's like 4 images combined into that one.
Yeah,
Say, Matt,
yeah.
you need to try doing like a review without spoiler context and just do like random pictures. So if you did like an onion, like a piece of ginger, and I don't know, there's other stuff.
Who did Karrion beat? Was that Ricochet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking A. Nothing matters.
Hey,
Nothing
he won.
matters. You know, like
Everyone's like crazy now. But
Like-
but that loss to Jeff Hardy will follow him forever. It followed him to the CWC Sorg.
Sure
The
did.
fans knew.
they sat there.
Well,
they
it followed
sat
him
there.
to the CWC the first time, but you'd never know it because
They sat there on that show.
Well, they couldn't edit it out on Sunday Night, Mike.
and
You
made
have to
a
look
and they
forward
made
to
a big deal about how Karrion had never been beaten
Pinned.
on
all.
in NXT.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just like, fucking A. Like, come on. This is what kills it for me. This is like the Nick Khan comments. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't want to get into it now because this will be another like half an hour, and I gotta go. But
We've been all over this Sorg. It's the lack of
I know.
lack of corporate synergy. But it's back now. They're all on the same page.
They're all on the same
You
page.
might not like that page, but they're on
Yeah,
the same page.
Yeah, you might not like you may not like the book they're writing, but you know.
Mhm.
On that note, guys, thank you so much. Of course, Mad Mike 4883 on the tweets.
I will be watching the Spider-Man trailer until I no longer have the function to keep my eyes open.
I'll be doing the same thing with probably an ROH show or something. And
I'm making a better choice. Yes.
It's a good show so far, actually. It's been a really good show. Although they had some technical issues on the first night. But anyways, don't we all? But so, hey, live production's hard, guys. I literally saw. Okay, one more thing. I literally saw every show that I watched this weekend have technical problems. Actually, I didn't see AEW do technical. No, I think I did. But I saw AEW have technical problems last week when we were here. So I don't feel so bad about the issues I have. So when I see something like
It's
that,
contagious.
it is contagious. Like when I'm like watching SummerSlam, I'm like, what the? I'm like, wait, is this a show I shot and it got lost? And it's like they didn't know what to do with the entranceway. Like,
There's so much to get into. I'm afraid to even go down this road. For TV production geeks like you and me, Sorg,
yeah, and I know
there was a lot to unpack.
And
from
I know
SummerSlam,
there's
so-
like this
there's
big
so
thing.
much. There's so much to talk about.
I know there's
Chekhov's water truck.
It's
there's the
huge.
long-ass entrance
It's
somewhere.
huge. It's like the sprawling thing, and so many hands are
Okay,
into
let's table all this for tonight.
I just
table
so
till
I don't want to
tomorrow.
I don't like to harp on it, but it's also like, oh, they messed up. Like I don't feel
Sorg,
bad.
They mess up all the time.
So I don't feel bad if I messed up with person who never held a camera before on my pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So I just I don't know. It was healing for me. I guess is that
You're
I'm
not
getting
alone.
at. You probably do the same thing, right, Matt? When you see TV
This
news,
stuff
and we're
is
like,
hard.
yeah,
And-
this is not easy.
And also, there's something else I'm going to talk about tomorrow. That
Okay.
really, really irritates me.
Okay.
Mhm.
But-
Okay. All right.
Shocker, right? But it's something to do with SummerSlam. So
Okay.
we'll talk about it tomorrow.
It's a lot.
There's a
that
lot to
can
unpack.
Irritate.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a lot of the issues are coming back that we had forgotten about during COVID. Thank you, Matt Mike 483 Twitter. Like I said, mainstream Matt is doing just pro wrestling news, and this
That's
is
right.
top 10 week. I understand.
Yes, thank you. You're a step ahead of me. I was just about to get my quick plug in. We're doing the Future 50 countdown of the top 50 professional wrestlers aged 25 or younger. We're into the top 10, creepily going along one at a time now, day by day, until number 1 is revealed on August 31st. So what you must do is follow at JPWN Show and at the W Revolution, because we are ping-ponging back and forth with the reveals. Just Pro Wrestling News will have number 8 dropping for you tomorrow, and then we will go on from there. And it's getting more exciting because the tension is building as people follow the countdown and are waiting for their favorites to appear and starting to wonder if they'll even show up. So I like that. It's the fun part.
There you go.
Matt, we have to have a talk because some of your people are dangerously too low.
Oh, I know. That's the whole point. But I like to think of this as just kind of like, once you reach a certain point, like probably like after like the top 5, it's basically like just kind of be happy everyone's on the list. So
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, we're
Listen.
you know, we're really splitting hairs between trying to
It's the editorial
sort out
process,
the
man.
rankings on this.
Yes. As long as you're not getting a Danhausen curse. So thank you, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Mayhem out. Stay tuned for Pacific Blue. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.